You could win a trip to SeaWorld when you enter the sweepstakes on the free poster of Shamu. Inside specially marked boxes of honeycomb and super golden crisp cereal. Winners get to meet Shamu, and all the winter get SeaWorld stickers. Details on specially marked boxes. Odds of winning determined by entries received. For free entry, write Post P.O. Box 853A, Churchill, Maryland 21690. Maybe you'll win.
Winners make me very happy. I love the way they taste so chewy. Winners make me very happy. We love the way they taste so fruity, so fruity, so chewy, so happy and so juicy. Winners make me very happy. Winners make your mouth so very happy. Oh, so happy.
Milk it does!
Milk does body. Milk does body good.
Pass it on.
Check it out!
It feels so good for hanging out. It helps you grow big and tall.
It does. Mr. Moo, what do you say?
Fresh mood.
Milk. It does body good.
Pass it on.
Milk it does.
Milk does body. Milk does body good.
Pass it on.
The night starts ordinary. With friends, it's extraordinary. Slushy tail, rosy tail, so we will do.
Each sold separately.
Happy tail, rosy tail, to see you. All the friends, making your tails all big as a smile. Look so happy, friends, 'cause now we're all dolled up with the style.
Slushy Tail comes with everything you see here. Other Forever Friends sold separately. New from Kenner.
We will return after these messages. Full battery is not included.
Hi, my name is Teddy Ruxpin. Can you and I be friends? I really. Everybody out! Then one day we found an old treasure.
Teddy Ruxpin comes with an illustrated book and cassette from Worlds of Wonder.
Kellogg's Rice Krispies, the part of this complete breakfast that goes... Kellogg's Rice Krispies. Have you heard how good they are?
We now return to the real Ghostbusters.
We will return after these messages.
Breakfast with my fruity pebbles.
Treating Fred out of his pebbles is always an adventure.
The natives are restless.
Oh, save the pebbles!
Big Rock Jones!
Tastes fruity, delicious.
Funny!
Time to get into the swing of things.
Oh, fruity and cocoa pebble cereal. Hottest, nutritious breakfast. Yabba dabba delicious. A new racing team is shifting into Mask.
Pull over, Bullet! Uh-oh, got a bit of water on my tail. Bulldog, care to assist!
Mass vehicles each sold separately with the figure.
Pendulum's Michael, feel my blade. Engage cover mode, we're going fishing.
Mask.
Full of fire!
Where illusion is the ultimate weapon. Mask, Bulldog, Iguana, and Bullet each sold separately. New from Kenner.
Give me an X! Give me an O! Give me tic-tac-toe! Wherever I go in, X's and O's make me feel hungry for my tic-tac-toe. They're so tasty.
New tic-tac-toes, a good hot meal. And when you get 3 X's or O's on your spoon, you win. Win it without meatballs.
All right, remember, stick to the game, man. Right. Point one,
they come to you. Point two, never look hungry. Let's not get point three. What's that? No one points one and two are working. Magic in the air and surprises everywhere. Adventure here, action there, catching Ewoks in the air today.
I thought I'd tried it all. Then one day, new chocolates. Whoa, check that super chocolatey icing.
Awesome! Ooh!
Hey, whipped chocolate cream inside.
XO!
Two doubles food cakes. Come on, how chocolatey can it taste?
Want some?
New Hostess Choco Bliss chocolatey on top of chocolatey with chocolatey in between. New Hostess Choco Bliss is triple chocolatey out of control.
Yeah!
Grandpa, tell me the Sunkist story again.
Ah, the magic land of the Sunkist factory. And the sweetest and juiciest oranges ever read of Sunkist name.
Hey, guys! What you listening to? Music. Pop music. Yours too?
Sure, just pour them out.
That's so South.
Kellogg's Rice Krispies, the talking part of this complete breakfast.
Rice Krispies is always music to you.
M&M's, peanut chocolate candies. You can share them, you can shake them. You can be crazy with one snack that's free at Rice Krispies.
Live from Hollywood. It's the Best Chip Show, starring Mick. And now, I'll be the first to test by the chip sugar cookie without biting a chip. I'm bit a sip, but I'm cool. Hey, it's like a chocolate party going on here.
Sam, your homework.
Chips ahoy! Original little bag, chewy and red. Bet you buy the chip.
But they all need help. Tomorrow.
And now these messages.
Sunkist searches and searches for fun fruit trees. The only tree funny enough to grow Sunkist fun fruits. Every chewy one is really fat. And now we've discovered new Sunkist fun fruits, Cream Supremes. They're covered with yogurt and filled with fun. New Sunkist fun fruits, Cream Supremes.
It's coming, and it tastes so sweet. You hop when you eat Kellogg's Honey Smash. Honey sweet part of this nutritious record. What are those kids up to? Tastes sweet. You hop when you eat Kellogg's
Ronnie takes the ball to the Mickey. He pops. He's dumping. He's driving on the top. Slam it up there. What moves? They're all over him. He breaks loose. Swish. You know, ever since I got this Nerf food, I don't mind going to do my homework. Crush, you swimming court. Yes! This kid having this!
There's only one nerve.
Getting drugs and being high is the best thing to do. Be original. Take a stand. Free to say no. Let a real what you in. Taking drugs, you got it right to say no.
We will return after these messages.
Run the gauntlet and hop for prize.
Hop this way for McDonald's French fries. It's a hopsicle course. Let's get hopping. Oh, they're never more than a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Dear, can you make me a picture of me Tang again? New Tang breakfast beverage crystals. Are you ready? Are you ready for the big orange taste of new Tang?
Twix the dig in your gig. It puts the boom in your beat. Keep your rock and roll with the soul into your soul. Keep on with it. Charting it on satisfaction. Like this big look at your satisfaction.
Now to stick the swing stand, baby.
Keep on with twist.
This is the city. These are the people. There are the ghosts. And here are the heroes we come to love. When there's a war to be won, they'll get it done.
Not funny.
A real Ghostbuster today.
We will return after these messages.
It's that time of year again, and Cadbury has hatched up milk chocolate mini eggs for Easter, made with Cadbury's Dairy Milk Chocolate. Inside the crisp sugar shell is a chunk of thick and creamy Cadbury's Dairy Milk Chocolate. That's why mini eggs give you a chocolate experience that is so special. Although Easter isn't here yet, Cadbury's mini eggs are. So discover for yourself which comes first, the bunnies or the eggs.
Give me an X. Give me an O. Give me tic-tac-toe. Wherever I go, it's X's and O's. Make me feel so hungry for my tic-tac-toe. They're so tasty.
New tic-tac-toes, a good hot meal. And when you get 3 X's or O's on your spoon, you win. Win without meatballs.
Why my mom should take me to Showbiz Pizza by Jeffrey Allen Adams. It's because I have been good at school and home, and I have not picked fights with my sister. Very much. Thanks, Mom.
Two flavors in one. New luscious lime, banana berry flat.
Milk does!
Milk does body. Pass it on.
Check it out!
It's so cool right now. Helps you grow big and tall.
It does. And it's blue. What do you say?
Fresh moves, that's my name. Milk. It does body good. Pass it on. Milk it does. Milk does body.
Milk does body.
Pass it on.
When delicious peanut and cream comes together with a crunchy candy shell, what you got is Reese's Pieces. One great tasting candy. In a crazy world where things don't always fit, it's great to know there are something to do. Reese's Pieces, the winning combination.
Oh, my best friend and
since we were very little, we'll always be friends with. O-R-E-O. Friends are better when you pair them. Oreos are better when you share them.
Oreo cookies. Share 'em.
I'm talking to you from inside a fantastic factory. Your digestive system. You know what we build here? You! Not out of wood or metal, but out of food. You see, you are what you eat from your head down to your feet. Things like meat and eggs and fish you need to build up muscle tissue. Uh-oh. Hello, appetite control, more protein. We need energy. Playing tennis today, you know. Whoops. All these motors in your body need a lot of fuel to go on, like carbohydrates, fats, and protein, vitamins, and so on. What's left over for the building blocks you need, indeed, to grow on? Yes, you are what you swallow, so the next time you feel hollow, don't just fill your face with any old kind of sweet. This goes for every kid or 6-foot athlete. All you really are is what you eat.
There's magic in the air and surprises everywhere. Adventure here, action there. Catch the Ewoks if you dare today. And now these messages.
I'd like to thank the God who changed the straw and made my heart beat better than before. Who put the straw in the icy groove? Like we call the straw that we could share. And you lost the straw in the icy groove. Without any secret for me is friend. Who was that man? I'd like to say, you made my heart beat better than before.
Give Monday stand for Tuesday stand. Make the stand, yeah, it's a Sunday. When you rain for Thursday rain. Make the stand, yeah. Then it happens and I'm free. And yogurt cream. Palm grapes on top of that. Saturday for you. Make a weekend treat and you get the week. Make the Saturday.
Now that's a Saturday.
Space exploring is hard work.
Yeah, now I've got to fuel myself.
I know. Let's go to the Milky Way.
Now to hit the spot.
The fun's just starting. Quick, we'll make it rich, chocolatey.
Delicious.
Quick really puts me in orbit.
Nestle Quick, the taste that gets you going.
What's scary? Bounces has a face only a mother could love.
Ugly Ball.
You can get one free from Bunker's Chewy Candy by sending 10 outside wrappers to Bunker's Ugly Ball, Box 1197, Grand Rapids, Minnesota.
Ugly Balls from Bunkers.
You'll love them.
I'm rooting for a terrific flavor from Bonkers Chewy Candy. Chewy chocolate Bonkers. Rich chocolate outside, dark fudge inside.
The delicious chocolatey taste of chewy chocolate Bonkers bonks you out.
On The Health Show with Kathleen Sullivan. Chances are you had cereal for breakfast. Find out why some are better for you than others. On The Health Show later today.
The Legoland Solar Power Transporter. You can build this transport pretending you're on Mars. The box shows ways to change it by snapping off the cars. You can snap them back together and get a scouting craft, or match them with the lasers for a base defender craft. You can make up something wild, supercharged and new. The sky's the limit when the team is Legoland and you. There are 19 space sets you can collect, each sold separately. The Solar Power Transporter is part of the Legoland Space Collection and has hundreds of bricks for building from Lego Systems.
They don't hang around in ladies' clubs or in a three-piece suit. They're too big to call them dainty, too big to call them cute. Yeah, they're so big on chocolate. Ooh, chocolate out to here. It's hard to keep them on the rest of 3 months got you.
So, gentlemen, what's on the agenda for this evening? Oh, I am the time of my life. Can that be done for under $7?
Musketeers.
To get that great berry taste in Crunch Berry cereal, Captain Crunch sails high seas to a land filled with fruits of danger. There grow the sweetest, juiciest berries, but they're still not crunch berries. No, not till Crunch Power locks their sweet berry taste in, so it's tough to sog out. And only then does Captain Crunch return.
With my tasty crunch berries for kids everywhere.
My God, what a cereal!
Crunch berries are a very good part of a balanced breakfast.
Ronald McDonald and Friends in
Keeping up for breakfast!
I love morning exercises. The music.
And having breakfast at McDonald's when we're done.
Oh, yummy. Let's exercise faster. Oh, here we go. I love going for a spin.
It's a good time for the great taste.
A good breakfast at McDonald's.
Where else would we turn up?
At McDonald's. The world looks mighty good to me, 'cause Tootsie Rolls are all I see.
Whatever it is, I think I see.
Become
What is up? Let me try that again. Am I too far from it? There we go. You hear me okay? One second. I think my Yeah, one second. Let me see what's up. How about now? I think I have to have my mouth. Give me one sec. Let me pause this.
We'll return after these messages.
Hey, what's all the fuss, Penguin? Expecting company?
Oh, yes. The lucky winners of the post-cereal SeaWorld sweepstakes. You could win a trip to SeaWorld when you enter the sweepstakes on the free poster of Shamu inside specially marked boxes of Honeycomb and Super Golden Crisp cereal. Winners get to meet Shamu, and all the winter get SeaWorld stickers. Details on specially marked boxes. Odds of winning determined by entries received. For free entry, write Post P.O. Box 853A, Churchill, Maryland 21690. Maybe you'll win.
Twizzlers make me very happy. I love the way they taste so chewy. Twizzlers make me very happy.
We love the way they taste so fruity, so chewy, so happy and oh so juicy.
Twizzlers make me very happy. Twizzlers.
Maybe it's working now. Hopefully it doesn't sound like trash. So, I've been... Let me make sure everybody can hear me. Lexical on Twitch, thank you for helping me out here. So normally I stream on Windows on my Mac, and I originally streamed on Mac. Everything was screwed up. I want to scream. I want to stream on my Mac because that's where all my stuff is. I just play games on Windows, and yeah, there's been issues moving it back over. But hopefully you can hear me good. It does look like it may be a little on the quiet side, but I'll tweak that later. I kept saying the other day, I'm like, I need to do a test stream that nobody's watching, so I can make sure it works. And I didn't do that, so here we are. But thanks everybody. Hey, everybody on YouTube, thank you for letting me know. Glad you can hear me. So yeah, I'll probably have a lot of hiccups on this stream because the more I click around, I'm finding things that I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't test that. But hey, at least we can see the browser here. Okay, thank you everybody on YouTube. So Horsey Dave says it's not great, it is perfect. Thanks. And looks like I picked up some new YouTube subscribers, so thank you everybody that's followed. So yeah, got the browser up. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for following me from Jen's streams. Yeah, definitely Gremlins. But yeah, I'm trying to. So I originally started streaming on my Mac, the Mac side of things here, and there were software issues that I've hopefully fixed where I can stream everything on the Mac now because that's where all my stuff is. But I'd been streaming on Windows, so as I've been streaming on Windows, I've been adding things and changing things. So both of these copies of OBS are a little unsynchronized, I guess. But I think we got everything now, at least everything that matters. So I'm going to test things a bit more, keep going, and make sure everything works. So like, I'm adding different things, but mainly, let's see if this works. Most everything is on the Twitch side at the moment. I'm going to try to get YouTube up to speed. Yes, John Cena, I'm very sure about that. But hopefully everything's cooperating. And yeah, thanks to everybody over on YouTube. So if you're not familiar, I do multi-stream. I've got it on Twitch. I've got it on YouTube. Right now, it's streaming to Dr. Bad Vibe Speaks on YouTube because I'm mainly speaking at the moment. Speaking of, I set all this up and just like ran from downstairs up here. Let me make sure I've got my stream correctly. Okay, everything on Twitch is good. Want to make sure I didn't have it set like I was playing a game. Things are getting easier on the Mac side, thankfully. But the thing I would really like is the Streamlabs plugin. They just released that, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I can do it all like in OBS now, and not have to use the website, but it only works in the Windows version." So I hope that's coming to Mac. But I'm using an Intel Mac, so I may be left in the dust. Thanks everybody for watching. So yeah, most everybody came from Jen's channel. So I've got a new webcam. Hopefully that looks a little better. You can probably tell I'm not shaved in a few days because we want to recreate that photo for Jen's channel. So as soon as we take that photo, I'm going to shave because I've never really had facial hair that for a long period of time. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't even know if I could do it. If I did a whole beard, it'd look awful. I could do a goatee. I did have a goatee for a while, but that didn't last. But let me see here. It is different streaming on the Mac. I need to play around with it a little bit more. The more I'm clicking around, I'm like, oh, yeah, stuff's different. I actually can't hear my desktop audio, so that's going to be an issue. I'm going to have to start wearing headphones again. Teresa says you look good with facial hair. Well, thank you. Probably won't keep it because it's itchy. Let's see here. I need to find a place to put this microphone so it's not right in my face. Sorry, I've almost got us going here. The other thing I almost did, so I was getting ready earlier, and I knew I was going to be streaming, so I reached into my clean clothes that I haven't put up yet. I was like, first thing I pull out is a green T-shirt, and then I was like, oh wait, I can't wear that on stream or I'll be see-through. And so I only have a few green T-shirts, and every shirt I pulled out was the freaking green ones. So I made sure not to wear green. I've done that before, not thinking. And oh yeah, over on YouTube. Sorry, I saw somebody ask. They were asking how close I am to the 4,000 hours. I'm about to hit 3,000. I'm only a few hundred short. So yeah, hopefully this stream will push that over, and then soon we'll be at 4,000. Usually when I have a stream, that really pumps it up. So thanks everybody for watching, and you know, things are still moving. So on the YouTube side, I'm still going to be putting up videos. I'm going to try some different stuff. The biggest thing, this new webcam, hopefully you can tell a difference. It does look way more clear. Actually, let me try this. Yeah, if I make it big here, you can probably tell a bigger difference. Like, it's way more clear. It kind of looks like my I was using the iPhone as a camera occasionally, but it gets so hot, and then I can't use my phone, so I haven't really done that too often. Give me one sec here, just turning some stuff off. But yeah, I've almost got it set. I don't know what this fuzz is going on, but this is the audio is low. Sorry, Lisa. Give me one sec. I may have just moved away. I think my settings are a little messed up, so I've got to talk a little louder right now. Yeah, McMeow, you're saying that too. Give me one sec. Let me turn something up here. Let me see if I can turn it up. Is this a little bit? Oh yeah, there we go. Hopefully it's not too loud for people. I'm trying to get it. My filters are all messed up. All my settings are on Windows. Hopefully it's better. I should have test streamed. I did everything but speak. I got the camera going, and then I didn't try talking. And I don't have all my filters on it, so I may sound a little jacked up. Like the highs are too high and the lows are probably too low. Okay, cool. Thank you, everybody. So yeah, I really need to find a place to put this microphone. So yeah, I've been messing around and trying to move back. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, everybody, if it got too loud. Yeah, because I noticed, like, even in my old settings, I was a little too quiet when I was doing the video. So when I edit those videos, I'd have to pump up the volume, pump up the jam while your feet are stomping. I try to watch my audio levels on YouTube when I publish the videos. But yeah, sorry. So we're kind of in a transition. I'm moving back to streaming on the Mac, and I don't have all my settings quite right. And yeah, I had to move a lot of stuff around. It's so crazy just for this webcam. So my computer is so old. It's the if you're familiar with Apple products, it's the 2009 Mac Pro, the 4.1 or the 5.1, which in my opinion that's the best Apple computer ever made because I'm still using it. But a downfall is it does not have USB 3 ports. So this camera I got requires USB 3. So I finally had to. I've actually been sitting on it. I've had a USB 3 card, but I haven't had any free slots. I had to juggle everything around, blah blah blah, nerd stuff. So I had to move a lot of stuff around. But hey, I'm streaming on Mac again, thankfully, because it is. I hate having to reboot in the Windows just to stream. And a big side effect of that is the program I draw with. I don't have the Windows version. It's on my Mac, so I don't have to use the iPad to draw now. I can actually draw like I normally do. But anyways, that's my nerd talk. Hope everybody's still awake. Jen did say somebody took, I believe Helen took a sleeping pill, so sorry. That's not helping, I'm sure. Or maybe it is helping. I guess that's what you want. So let's see here. I do have my news queued up. So hey, if we're ready, I can go ahead and jump right into silly news. After I quench my thirst. So if you're not familiar, this is where we do some of the silly news in the past week or so. Got a Niv the bot showing emojis. All right, that's cool. All right. Oh, okay. I thought I was going to have a problem, but I just realized how to fix it, so we're good. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, everybody that comes to the weird news. Actually, let me go ahead and do this right now, right before we get in the weird news. So, I may probably don't have time to, or the right set. I need to test stuff before we get into this. But maybe you're familiar with the website or game Gartic Phone. Oh yeah, thanks for the sub. It's basically it's free to play. It's a web-based game, and you can play with multiple people. So we've been playing this at home. This has been out for a few years. I mean, a lot of you may be familiar with it. Yeah, hold on. Don't want to sleep yet. I'm addicted to Florida, man. Cool. But yeah, we might start doing some game nights or game time. I can't remember. I think you can have like up to 16 people, maybe more in this. It's just a fun little drawing game. This we played Jackbox a lot too, mainly just at home. But might start doing this on stream, and it's cool because if you're watching on stream, you can hop right on and you can play as well. So just a heads up, if you want to mess around with it before we start doing that, maybe in a week or two, we might start doing this a little more often. But it's pretty cool. You can do like, it's more than just like Pictionary. It's you can pass stuff around, do like animations, like they or like games of telephone, things like that. Or like everybody will draw a little bit on it, or everybody draws things just a little bit off. But yeah, Sunshine. My kids love Jackbox. So yeah, it looks like there's at least 10 of them out now. I think number 11's coming out soon. So yeah, the Jackbox games, those are also very stream friendly. I might do those occasionally. If you've watched, especially on the Twitch side, I'm more of a retro gamer. So I'll probably keep doing those. And usually when I stream my really nerdy stuff, like the retro games, I don't stream those to the Speaks channel. So I do have Dr. Bad Vibes, the retro gaming channel. When I multi-stream games, that's where it goes to Twitch, and then the regular Dr. Bad Vibes. So I'm going to try to keep it that way, so it's not, sending different things to different people. Because some of the, like people watching the Speaks channel aren't necessarily in the games, and the people that are in the games don't care about the silly news. So I'm just trying to keep everything separate. But if you like all of it, definitely Twitch is the best way to watch, because that's always going to be where the stream lives. And occasionally I may stream only to Twitch, like if I'm just straight up playing old games. Usually I'll put it on the other YouTube channel as well, but there's been a few times I've just like streamed them straight to Twitch just because it's, there's just silly stuff. But let me try one thing here. I just want to make sure my audio comes through. So I'm not hearing it. And I may know why. Give me 1 second here. Oh, I know what's up. No? This is what's so annoying about Mac. I can't use the newest operating system. I could, but I just happen to have a graphics card that doesn't play nice. But something's up. Is not. Why is it not? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Sorry. I'm having to learn this on the fly. Let me, here, I don't want to spoil anything yet. Let me just pull some up on YouTube. I don't even think I've ever logged in on, yeah, I'm not even logged in on here. What kind of garbage are you going to suggest to me? Actually, wait. I do not want to play YouTube because that's going to cause a problem.
We also have a
What's it doing here? It's not letting me hear my audio. Sorry. Sorry, that's so loud. It's not coming through on my end. I don't know what's going on there. Let me do something real quick. Oh. Maybe this will fix it. I have so many audio sources.
We also have a sad update this morning on the search for Wally, the support.
Yeah. I know it's going. I can see it going through on the stream, but it's not coming through for me. Oh, is it echoing too? It's so weird. Sorry, sorry about that if I blasted anybody. just don't know why. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try something else here. It's not letting my audio come through. At least not where I can hear it. I'm playing this music, but I can't hear it. And there's an echo. Great. Okay, let me try this. Is there still an echo now? Or did the music stop? Okay. All right, I see what the problem there is. God, it's so weird. Okay. Okay. All right. I see. Okay, great. Thanks, everybody. All right. So that solves the echo. Does not solve the problem with me not hearing it. I'm going to have to figure that out. Let's see. Over on Twitch, Judas Goat Barbecue. Love that nickname. No echo on your end. First time chat. Hey, thank you for the help, Mr. Barbecue, Mr. or Mrs. Barbecue. Yeah. So I did stop the music. Okay. Everything is working except I can't hear. I can't hear the audio here on my end, which that's no big deal right now. I can fix that for the future streams. We can work through that. Yeah, so the echo, it wasn't feedback. I have two audio sources, or I had two audio sources going at the same time. Like something about macOS, like I think everything prior to Ventura or Sonoma, maybe the current one, streaming audio is very stupid on Mac. And I have a workaround, and I'm using one of the older OSs, and I have to do this weird workaround because I have a graphics. It's all kinds of nerd stuff. I'm running an OS that I should not be able to run as it is, and I don't have the people that support that function. They haven't written the drivers for the graphics card I have to keep moving forward. So I'm kind of stuck until somebody's gracious enough to do that. So hopefully in the near future. But there is a workaround. I just I haven't tested it enough. I've been kind of busy at work, honestly, and I've been setting this up in the background, and I knew I needed to test it, but by the time I got around to putting everything together, it was about time to go live on Jen's channel. So we're learning on the fly right now, but almost everything's working. The only thing I lack is being able to hear the audio. It was working earlier. I don't know what changed. So yeah, I might have to go back to using headphones, which that's no big deal. I just didn't expect that. But hey, I can still read. I know I can. At least you can hear me now. So, anyways, been rambling about nerd crap for almost an hour now. So how about we get into the silly news? How about that? All right. So if you are not familiar, I'll read the silly news. I do trim these out in the segments for YouTube, so I'll do a little intro before each one. So if you think I've had a stroke and like, what's he doing? That's why. Just so I can clip these out easily. All right. Hello, hello, hello. This is Dr. Bad Vibes. Thanks for joining in. I've got a bit of a new setup, and it's very problematic, but I'm still here with the news. I also haven't shaved because Jen needs me to model some jam. But right now, we're going to do a follow-up on one of the early stories I did on the channel. Didn't expect a follow-up, but hey, he showed back up in the news this week. So, do you remember the emotional support alligator, Wally? He's back. So, as you can see, the emotional support alligator Wally was stolen during a trip to Georgia, and he was released into the swamp accidentally, if I'm not mistaken. So, as you may recall, this is from Philadelphia. So, Wally, the emotional support alligator, has been released into a swamp, according to his owner. This came out on social media. So, the owner said the alligator was taken while they were on a vacation in Georgia. So Wally was then left in somebody's yard to scare them. I don't know if it was from the owner or what. I mean, the way it reads, it sounded like that somebody knew where the alligator was, took the alligator and left him somewhere. And then, so somebody called a trapper, like, hey, there's an alligator here. And they took the alligator, assuming it was just, you know, a normal alligator that you would see, and they released him to a swamp with roughly 20 other alligators. So the trapper told him that the odds of finding Wally are slim to none. So the owner's trying to search the area, trying to find his support alligator, and he also said he waited to file a police report because he didn't have the proper permit for Wally during their visit down south. And yeah, as Lisa says, it may be illegal to own an alligator, and I believe that very much depends on which state you're in. So they traveled knowing that, and this is what happened, unfortunately. So, yeah, it sounds like the whole thing was a misunderstanding to a degree, much like the Phillies game he tried to go into. But this does have a little news segment here. Let's hit play on that. I'm going to turn on my closed captioning because I can't freaking hear it, but I can read it. All right. So we got an update on the alligator. So yeah, could you imagine just going around seeing this thing on a leash? I would not let my small child hug an alligator. I don't care how good he claimed to be. So, stop. You're going to go play something crazy. Yeah, they had a little kid hugging that alligator. No, thank you. Let me look here. I thought I had another one. I must not have saved it. I thought I had another one. Let's see here. See what the BBC said on it. I thought I had more details. I don't remember who had the story. Okay, yeah, this one has more details. So they say the alligator was taken by pranksters. So I guess that's who initially got it. See if it says anything new. All right, so this has a little more information. So the owner went on Facebook and said that his cold-blooded pal was taken by someone who then dropped him into another person's yard, probably to screw with them, scare them, or whatever. And so, like we assumed, when he was discovered, the resident said, hey, there's an alligator in our yard, send somebody. So they came and got him, not knowing that the alligator was a celebrity, because why would they? And released him into the swamp. And so they're still looking for them, and yeah, I don't know how he'll, if he's mainly been in captivity, I don't know how he'll coexist with other gators. I don't know how that works, but that's where we're at now. Unfortunately, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still this guy's pet. That's not cool. That somebody messed with his alligator. But yeah, much like unlike the alligator that bites. Let's see. Yeah, I see people saying they've eaten alligator. I did have some alligator jerky somewhere. I think so. There was a gas station that had it. Tasted similar to frog legs, if I recall correctly, like swamp chicken. Yeah, don't mess with my alligator. But yeah, that is a dick move. I mean, they obviously knew what they were doing. They knew this guy had an alligator. They probably didn't expect that to happen, but still, you know, they were trying to scare somebody. Over on Twitch. Prussia, hey, how's it going? There was a weird man who sold gator jerky from under a bridge in Kissimmee. Yeah, I've seen different gas stations. I think it's the same company. They sell all kinds of weird, like exotic jerky. I actually used to get ostrich jerky from Amazon. It was pretty good. Very lean. All right, real quick. take a drink break. Oh yeah, Judas. I think Wally Gator was an old cartoon character from the 1960s. Yes, you are correct. He was a Hanna-Barbera character, so very poorly animated, but very, very popular in the day. I assume that's where he got his name from. Wally Gator's not obscure. Let's see. Over on YouTube, alligators aren't pets. In Louisiana, someone would have shot him if they found him in their yard. Yeah, I mean, gosh, where was it? It was back when I lived in Virginia. I don't know how an alligator ended up there. It was just some random small town, and somebody must have been transporting it or whatever. But there was an alligator on the side of the road, like in the mountains, where an alligator would never be, and it was like a whole show up on the news, police, show up. They don't know what to do thing. So yeah, I mean, alligators are a big deal. I mean, in Florida too. I mean, they're everywhere. You don't mess with those, and people will shoot them. See, alligator doesn't taste like chicken to me. Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, they like, same with like frog legs. They have that distinct like swamp taste. It's hard to describe. I mean, definitely not like regular chicken at all. Just kind of that, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's not like I eat a lot of reptiles, but I've had snake jerky at some point too. It's kind of like that. Let's see here. So I do have more news, but my ad blocker is blocking the news. There we go. Oh, nope. Didn't turn all of it off. Come on, Fox. I want my news. I'm trying to remember. Let me look, see if I have a note here. So some people have been sending me news, and this one was sent in. Sorry, I need to set up a system so I can maintain who sent in what and give you credit. I believe this was the one sent in by John. I just want to make sure. Sorry, 1 second while I log in. Over on Twitch, Judas Go Barbecue. I had turtle soup once and it was good. I've never had turtle soup. Based on Shredder's opinion on the Ninja Turtles cartoon, it does sound like it's probably good. Because he really wanted that. Tonight I dine on turtle soup. Sorry, 1 sec. I'm just trying to set this up here. Because I do not remember who sent this to me. I believe this was John. He was asking on Gen Stream if I got his email. I do read these. I'm not the best at responding. I know somebody sent me some of their artwork. I meant to reply back. Yeah. This was the one John sent. Yeah, the bison. I love lemongrass soup. I've not had that either. I think I've had. I can't remember. I used to get these. Some sort of. I don't know if it was lemongrass or something else. They used to sell them on Amazon. It was like these. I guess they were like lemongrass shots. Yeah, they came in like these steel cans. Back, when I was attempting to be healthy. But I tend to just drink regular water now. Well, or sparkling water. Sponsor me, Liquid Death. I kind of got these cans like for the laughs, but they I don't know, something about them, like that's my favorite sparkling water now. Better than Perrier or I'm trying to blank. What's the other one? The Italian one. Whatever. This is my favorite one now. So yeah, hit me up, Liquid Death. I'll sponsor me. I'll give you a shout out. All right. So anyways, yeah, don't go around kicking animals, especially a bison. This one was sent in by John. Hello. This is Dr. Bad Vibes. Got some more news. This one was sent in by a viewer, John. Thank you. If you want to send in stories, it's drbadvibes@protonmail.com. I will put that in the description. If you see something crazy, send it to me. Maybe I'll read it. Tracy Pellegrino, that's it. I don't know why I could not remember that name. Anyways, we got an Idaho man arrested for kicking a Yellowstone bison while drunk. So, yeah. Don't get drunk and kick an animal. Especially a bison. If I've learned anything from Street Fighter, don't mess with bison. Now you face the mighty bison. Anyways, an Idaho man has been arrested after allegedly kicking a Yellowstone bison in the leg while drunk. So, a 40-year-old man, old enough to know better, ended up injuring himself in the incident that happened near the park's west entrance on April 21st, according to the National Park Service. There you go. Hey, John, I see you in the chat. Thanks for sending that. Rangers responded to the area after receiving a report of an individual who harassed a herd of bison and kicked a bison in the leg. They located the suspect's vehicle near the west entrance and stopped it in the town of West Yellowstone, Montana. And he was arrested and charged with 1, being under the influence of alcohol to a degree that may endanger oneself. Wow. disorderly conduct as to create or maintain a hazardous condition, and 3, approaching wildlife, and 4, disturbing wildlife. Wow, he came out with some prizes. So, yeah, they said he sustained minor injuries from the encounter with the bison and was taken to a local medical facility for treatment before being transported to the local detention center. And there was also a driver of the vehicle, so at least he wasn't driving drunk. They were, oh, no, well, it turns out they were too. They were arrested and charged with driving under the influence and interference for failure to yield to emergency light activation and disturbing wildlife. So they were both under the influence. Cool. So they both pleaded not guilty, which could lead to fines up to $5,000 and 6 months in jail. Wow. So park officials say this is the first reported incident of a Yellowstone Park visitor being injured by a bison this year. I didn't see that qualifier till just now. How often does that happen? So, oh, well, here we go. I speak before I read, and then I end up having the backtrack. The last reported incident recorded on July 17th, 2023. Let's see, there was 1 incident in 2023 and 3 in 2022. Don't get close to bison. They're not puppies. Yeah, so yeah, the National Park Service advises that wildlife within Yellowstone National Park can be dangerous when approached. Yeah, most people know this. Wild animals are wild. Don't approach them. Don't get drunk and kick them. Okay, well, this one, it does have a video. So here we go. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, it's going to play an ad. Cool. Awesome. This is not what I signed up for. What are you doing? Oh, that's something else. I mean, still, don't mess with a bison. Yeah, this is an older video, it looks like. So, yeah, it's just a bison that snapped at a tourist. The advice still stands. Don't approach those. Because if you pick a fight with the bison, keep in mind, that's the final boss of Street Fighter. Yeah, there was a good buffalo burger place we go to called Thumpers. I have had a bison burger on occasion, and they are quite delicious. I would definitely not seek out that bison on my own because it would not let me cook it. But yeah, don't get drunk and do dumb stuff in general. Let's see what else we have. Man, everybody's wising up to the ad blockers. This is a big reason why legacy media is dying. It's like, I mean, good Lord, look at that. I turned off the ad blockers, and look what happened. Hopefully this one's got a reader. There we go. Thank God. Well, I lost the mugshot when I did that. I believe this one was sent in as well. This is where I need to I probably actually need to just get a notepad. Like just regular pen and paper and keep track of these. Sometimes Jen sends me these things. I mean, generally I find them, and then people have been sending more in, and I hate not giving credit. Oh yeah, Texas Kit Kat. Yeah, we raise cattle. Who knows who know us, but I'm very cautious around them. Yeah, I had family that they dealt with cattle as well. Like, you don't mess around. Especially a wild animal. All right. Let's get into the silly news. Well, actually, before we do that, so over on YouTube, asking how do we send you stuff? Let me give me 1 second. I'm gonna put that in the chat. So yeah, if you want to send me silly news, it's drbadvibes@protonmail.com. I'll start making that a little more obvious. I'll put it up on the stream in the descriptions. So if you're watching this after the fact, check the description. I'll have that in there so you can send stuff in to me, and maybe I'll read it. Well, I'll definitely read it. Maybe I'll read it on stream. I just got to get better at keeping track of who sent what. All right. Hello. This is Dr. Bad Vibes. Got some more news. We got the silly news again. This one, I just realized how old it is. This is like 10 years old, but hey, it's still funny. A naked man wanted to get engaged, but he got tasered instead. Wow. So a man was shot with a taser and arrested after he apparently tried to propose to his girlfriend in the nude, but turned up to the wrong address. That's quite a mistake. How do you not know your girlfriend's address? But as you may suspect, it's a Florida man, so we don't have to ask questions. Only except that it's Florida man. So when police were called by the homeowner involved, Edwards, now, quote, completely naked, launched into a bizarre tirade in an apparent attempt to get arrested. Telling officers his name was Zim, he asked whether headbutting police was enough to result in a prison trip. All right. So, when advised this was not a wise course of action, he threatened to spit in the officer's face, and despite being warned with the threat of a taser, proceeded to do so. Edwards has since been charged with Edwards has since been charged with indecent exposure, battery on an officer, and burglary, as well as being told not to return to the house in question. Oh, that's the most serious thing. It's not clear whether he managed to propose to his girlfriend in the end. I hope she said yes. So we've got the transcript of the 911 call here. Dispatcher, do you know who he is? Caller, no, I do not. Was he knocking on the door or anything? Yeah, he was. What color shirt does he have on? He doesn't have a shirt on. What color pants? Brown. Thought he didn't have pants. Oh, wait. Can you see him? What is he doing now? He's kind of walking around and taking his pants off. And that's it. Yeah, I always tense up when people knock on our door because, you know, if you're expected, you probably don't have to knock. So when I hear a knock, I'm just like, oh God, what are they selling? What's out there? And this is exactly what we don't want out there. And yes, we need a where are they now on this couple. Did she say yes? Did she say yes to the lack of dress? We'll get to this one just a second. I know somebody sent me this one as well. And I don't remember. But yeah, before I get into it, while I'm looking at it and we're thinking about airplanes, like, has anybody kept track with the, I'm probably going to disappear, like, talking about this. The stuff with the Boeing news that's been out. So there was the guy that was, there was a whistleblower, I think it was in Florida. He was going to give a deposition, and then all of a sudden, he was found unalived in his car, very suspiciously. And then there was a second whistleblower recently. I think it may have been in Colorado. I can't remember where this other one was. It was more recent. And I even made the joke. It's like, better not do that. You're not going to show up again. And sure enough, happened to them too. So, yeah, Sunshine Dog knows what I'm talking about. Do not talk about airplanes. Tracelyn, yeah, you sent this one in. Thank you. I'm going to make a system so I can keep track of who sent what to me. I save them, and then I don't really have a way to pen a note on it. I'm going to have to write it down on paper and leave it on my desk. But yeah, what are the odds of 2 whistleblowers suddenly ceasing to blow whistles ever again? Put on your tinfoil hat for that, but that's a little too coincidental, right? They need to redo that song from Encanto. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Boeing. Or like Fight Club. First rule of Boeing is you don't talk about Boeing. Or you don't get to fly anywhere. Except maybe out of a window. All right. Hey, Annette, how's it going? Thanks for joining us live. Yeah, the Boeing news is crazy. Yeah, the plane's falling apart. I mean, that was the point of the whistleblowers. I think a little bit got out before they said anything official. They were basically saying that I don't remember which model it was. One of the bigger ones, obviously. They were saying that they should all be grounded. I guess because of subpar materials being used. I believe that was the argument. I'll have to read on that. Maybe we can talk about that next stream. But this one, I mean, I guess in a way this one's a little more wholesome. So let me get to this one. So, hello. This is Dr. Bad Vibes. We're going back to our roots. We got some airplane news. No doo-doo on this plane, so not totally back to our roots. Doesn't sound like something Delta would do, but we got a Southwest airline pilot. He leaned out to clean the cockpit window. Talking hard. Yeah, the 787. Yeah, I think that was the one they were saying. Yeah, okay, yeah, we've got more context in the chat. So Al Jazeera went undercover in the South Carolina, I assume that's South Carolina plant. And the guys putting the planes together were like, no, you can't pay me to fly in these. Vote of confidence, that's great. Let me try this again. So, Southwest Airlines pilot leans out cockpit window, cleans windshield to ensure on-time departure. So this Southwest Airlines pilot cleaned his own windshield in order to make it out safely and on time. That's not part of the job description or something you see every day. Though there's also an American Airlines pilot who did it. So it looks like it was it was a Reddit post. I'm trying to zoom in on it here. Yeah, he's really outside the cockpit. It looks like he's mostly outside of the plane right now. So, yeah. I mean, he's not too proud to do it himself. I say, good for you, man. So, the side windows in the cockpit of the Boeing 737 slide open and shut, allowing a pilot to communicate directly with ground staff, and even being used to climb out in case of emergency. It's just important to remember to fully close the window. So last year, United Airlines Boeing 737 MAX took off with the window open, and yeah, I remember hearing about that. That was not good. And you also want to make sure to stay at least partly inside the cockpit to avoid locking yourself out. So there's a lot of follow-up stories to this. So let me, just for context, So yeah, there was a United Airlines flight last year. It took off with the windows open. It probably didn't take too long to realize what happened because that's a big deal. So yeah, it wasn't attached. It popped open. And so air traffic control couldn't even hear them hardly because of the wind. And let's see. So I assume they had to immediately land. Is that what it was? Yeah, so they took off and they're like, basically they took off and said, uh-oh, we got to come back, and landed and, had to delay the flight. That's annoying. This one in 2022, here's Delta. We see you, Delta. They're the ones that keep showing up. There's a video here. We got to see if this is still. So a Delta pilot locked himself out of the cockpit and had to climb through the window. So there's no context. Of course, Jerry Seinfeld, the original plane joker. They need to throw that in. Let's see if we can pull this up. I think it may. Yeah, they don't have. The video's not up anymore on that one. So somebody locked himself out of his cockpit and had to climb out the window. Awesome. So yeah, a lot of planes in the news now. Definitely, let's not talk about Boeing, or we'll probably never talk about planes again if we do. Yeah, there's some crazy plane stuff. What's the deal with airlines falling apart? Let's see. I have some more. Probably can't go too late tonight. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read one more story, and I'll save the. I've got at least one more for next time. So Jen, I believe, sent me this one. So we probably all remember the Dave Chappelle story from a couple years ago. Hello, hello, hello. This is Dr. Bad Vibes. I've got more news from Clown World. This is comedy that writes itself. We probably remember the story about Dave Chappelle. We all heard about this a couple years ago. So his would-be assailant, well, not would-be, did get to him. He's suing the Hollywood Bowl security after 2 years later. Because why not? Welcome to America. So the deranged man who attacked Dave Chappelle on stage at the Hollywood Bowl in 2022. I'm trying to read too fast. Let me try that again. The deranged man who attacked Dave Chappelle on stage at the Hollywood Bowl in 2022 is back on the streets and has taken legal action against the venue and its security. So he alleges the Los Angeles Amphitheater security team brutally beat him, spit on him, and purposefully dislocated his elbow. Huh. That's quite an accusation. So he is suing for negligence, security, and battery, and also claims the venue allowed Chappelle's entourage to beat him up. I mean, boo-hoo. Lee's lawsuit comes 2 years to the day since he launched himself into the funny man because he was triggered over Chappelle's jokes about the LGBTQ community and the homelessness. Stunning video of the attack captured Chappelle walking around on stage when Lee appeared from out of frame and tackled the comedian to the ground. I mean, I'll play that again. I think it's up top. That may be all there is. Nah, there's a little more of the story, but yeah, that was a wild video. Let's go ahead. I mean, I know that's what this is. Let's see that video. Hang on. Let's try it again with the sound. Yeah, I mean, he got on stage and he straight up tackled him. And Chappelle talked about it in his stand-up, and I think after the fact, he thought he had something. I think he may have had a knife. He either did have something or appeared to have something. So no wonder they were being overprotective, or not over. Oh, wait, here we go. As usual, I postulate on things, and then they're clearly laid out in front of me if I would have just kept reading. So anyways, as we saw the video, security rushed to the Chappelle's aid. That's a weird phrasing. So sunshine, yeah. So yeah, they beat that dude up. I think Dave alluded that to on his last special. Yeah, I saw the special. He definitely talked about it. I don't remember exactly what he said, but I mean, honestly, if you attack somebody out of nowhere, you deserve to get the shit beat out of you. Boo-hoo, cry me a river. You were going after this guy to attack him, and then you cry because you got attacked back. So anyway, security rushed to Chappelle's aid seconds after the attack, and then they, followed him off the stage. Somehow Chappelle was not injured in the attack and carried on with the show, quipping that the suspect was, somebody not happy with his stand-up. So during the attack, okay, this is the part I couldn't quite remember. So he had a fake gun with a real knife lodged inside of it, and that fell out of his pocket, so he wasn't able to use it. So that could have gone really, really badly. So the man in question, he claims the venue knew Chappelle was known for telling offensive jokes targeting certain groups, including the LGBTQ community. That's very well known with Chappelle at this point. He jokes about it pretty openly. And the security team should have taken more action to prevent harm from being done. Wait, so is this guy is he saying that I guess he just means harm on himself. I don't know. The whole thing's silly. So yeah, there's a still photo of that. So he says, I identify as bisexual, and I want him to know what he said was triggering. Well, I mean, tackling him on stage was probably a way to get that message across. Probably not the brightest or most appropriate way. Maybe have a dialogue. I say that a lot. Let's try talking. So he claims he suffers from back injuries, loss of mobility, and a dislocated elbow, among other medical issues. So he's trying to get a payday out of it. It sounds like. Chappelle was not named as a defendant. Here's a photo of that fake gun with the knife in it. I mean, yeah, who brings that to anything? No, thank you. And if he knows, yeah, I mean, that's a good point here. So if you know Chappelle is known for something and you don't like it, why not, stay home? Don't go to that stand-up. And if you want to talk about being triggered, this literally has a trigger on it with a knife poking out of it. Yeah, that would trigger me as well into wanting to not get poked by that thing. So, yeah, no thank you. So he was originally arrested for felony assault with a deadly weapon, as you can see there. He was sentenced to 270 days in prison in December 2022 after pleading no contest to assault and entering a restricted area, both misdemeanors. He avoided a felony because he didn't produce the weapon during the attack, so he got lucky that it fell out, I guess. And he was ordered to have no contact and stay away from Chappelle, not to possess any dangerous weapons or consume any controlled substance or alcohol. So there he is getting hauled away. Wow. I wanted him to know that next time he should consider first running his material by people it could affect. That's not really how stand-up and jokes work, but okay. Let's see. So Lee said his attack on Chappelle was inspired by Will Smith's infamous... Lee said his attack on Chappelle was inspired by Will Smith's infamous slap of Chris Rock at the Oscars. Man, it was like we can't quit talking about that. That's not right what Chris Rock said about his wife calling her G.I. Jane. You literally just repeated it in that sentence. So he added Smith was standing up for his wife. Yeah, how'd that work out for Will? He stood up for his wife and she like just threw him under the bus. Hey, Helen, you have a good night. Thank you for hanging out with us, staying up late. I appreciate it. You have a good night. So he continues to say, I wanted him to know that next time he should first consider running his material by people it could affect. I wanted Dave Chappelle and people to know these are things you need to be more sensitive about and not joke about. All right. So Chappelle, now at 50, I didn't know he was that old. Looks pretty good for 50. So he was, yeah, I remember he was filming the, that part for the, for Netflix when all that mayhem happened. I don't think that quite made it into the special that way, but we all saw the footage. So here's a joke. Don't tackle people if you don't want to get tackled. Get it? All right. I think I'm gonna end the news right there, but let me take a look real quick. Let me see if I can get something to work. Let's see if this cooperates. Where is my drawing app? There we go. See if this cooperates. All right, yeah. Thanks everybody for staying up late with me. I know it's, especially everybody in the UK. I know it's late. Jan, hello, thanks for joining us. Celeste, sorry I couldn't attend my first live here. More attention, gotta go. Hey, as long as you're running the video, that means a lot. I appreciate it. Yeah. And Sunshine Dog, as if Dave Chappelle is going to run his jokes by anyone for approval. Yeah, like any stand-up has ever done, ever. I mean, I'm sure they've got friends that they bounce stuff off of. But they're not going to go to sensitivity meetings to make sure their jokes don't offend. That's totally a thing that comics have done ever. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, everybody's too sensitive. We need to be cool to everybody, but at the same time, I mean, we got to be able to take a joke. Let's see. I just reinstalled some things, so my tablet's acting a little goofy like everything else. But if anybody wants, make sure everything's working. I noticed I reinstalled my drivers and something's a little off, but it's mostly working. before we sign off, I could do a drawing of some sort, if there's anything anybody's feeling. I really haven't. So the other thing too, that's got me messed up here, and I do hope to play with more in the future. So the cool thing about doing these streams is I've gotten back in the drawing. So I did update. I use, if you recognize it here, I use Clip Studio Paint for most of my drawing. Like, I have the iPad version and the desktop version. They differ slightly, and I actually have the EX version on the desktop now, so I can. It'll actually let you animate. It's I've got a little bit of experience with that from the past. I used Flash back in the day. This one doesn't do motion tweening like Flash does, so this is more like, I guess it's digital, but it's probably more comparable to traditional animation. So still playing around with that. The only thing I've really done, if you've watched my Die Hard video, that transition where it looks like you go down my throat and out my butt, that was done with the aid of this program. So I want to keep doing silly stuff like that. But let's see, I could do something real quick. I don't recall any suggestions, but the easy one that I know you all will be into, I could do everyone's favorite Woe Is Me Boohoo Prince. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Susan. I appreciate you coming by. I totally wasn't thinking. So one of the things I fixed when I was streaming on Windows is I added music so I wasn't streaming in silence. I have not added that back onto the Mac, so I'll try to keep talking so it's not so awkward. I just realized that. Well, thanks, Jen. I'm so out of practice, especially using this tablet. This one I haven't been using so much because I do like the iPad. This one's a little more precise. If I can get it in frame here. Too much stuff. I mean, this thing's pretty big. I've had this. It's crazy to think. I've had this thing for almost 20 years. Still works. I was thinking about replacing it with something newer, but mainly because I watched a YouTuber that does this for a living, and they were talking about their favorite drawing tablet, and I'm like, I wonder which one they recommend. And they busted the same one out I have, and they're like, I love this one. They quit making it, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh well, sounds like I've already got the best one, so I should just learn to use it. The only drawback with this one, there is a bit of a disconnect where, I mean, as you can see, it's just a tablet. It's very good and very precise, but I'm looking at a different screen than where I'm drawing, and that's a little confusing, but you get used to it as you do it. I'm just a little out of practice with it because I've mainly been using the iPad. I do it with some of Jen's emojis. It depends. Like sometimes I'll do it with the mouse. I have been using the tablet more over, the past little bit. But I've done something to I messed up my driver and my settings, so I'm going to have to look at that offline. It's like whenever I stream, everything falls apart. It's crazy. But I'll get it fixed for the next go around. See if I can get the want the proper color. It's a little slow. Do we recognize who it is yet? Our streams are a little unplanned today, so I've not really thought about much. So, when in doubt, I'll just go with what I know. Yeah, everything seems to be working, but the the tracking speed is a little off. I mean, whatever. I'm not trying to make excuses. It's just throwing me off a little here. Giving him a little hair credit. Yeah, maybe a little too much. He looks appropriately glum. Yeah, he really does. He's just the sad sack in real life. That's kind of surprising. I mean, not now, given everything I know, but that was one of those things when I first started learning about all this. I'm like, why is he such a stick in the mud? Like, there's really no reason. He's got the whole freaking... He has every want and need, like, at his fingertips. Oh, yeah. I remember what I was going to do now. Let me... I forgot. King Charles the Hacker. I forget exactly what he looks like. Let me get a bit of a reference here just to refresh myself. I'm not going to do it super detailed or anything, so... Let's see. Yeah, if he's thinking about Vegas, he probably should be sad because he's like, oh, look what I'm doing now. There we go. Let's find King Paw the Hacker. So yeah, if you missed it on Jen's stream earlier, one of the accusations that came out was somebody directly implied that King Charles himself was hacking Meghan's website. I'm really doing this on the fly, so let's not expect much. I've never drawn Charles before. I'm just going off of one photo. Yeah, Mr. Burns. They're not booing. Or the Smithers. They're not booing you, sir. They're saying boo Earns. Huh. I never really paid attention. Charles has more hair than Harry. Oops. This isn't totally spot on, but whatever, close enough. King Charles, the most evil of hackers. Smithers, release the hounds. I don't know if that actually looks like Charles, but that's what it's supposed to be. Give him a big trench coat, like he's in the Matrix. Lisa, WTF am I looking at? Sorry, Jay, just a shout out from us in the flock. We're looking at... I'm not done yet. This is going to be King Charles hacking Harry's website, because that's totally a thing that happened. Honk honk. We probably didn't know that King Charles is an elite hacker. I'm giving him a Matrix trench coat. Sorry for the awkward silence. Normally I have music playing. That's another oversight on my part. I'll fix that for the next stream. I had that working in Windows, and as I've complained all night, I forgot to carry that over to the Mac. Neo Charles or Morpheus Charles. I don't know. I guess it could go either way. I don't really know what else to add to it. Oops. Losing control of my pen here. Oh yeah, too many fingers. Whoopsie. Where's my eraser at here? Again, I don't have everything set up the way I should. Try it this way. There we go. King Charles, the hacker of jams. Also noticed the nib on my pen here is about shot. It's not, but that's not bad for having this thing for freaking how. I mean, I've had the thing for 20 years. I think I've only replaced this once. Actually, just found all my nibs the other day. Got a whole bunch of them. Which luckily I still have a bunch because I don't even know if they still make these. Here. It's so hard to write with this thing. Let me do this instead. Let's do it this way. Yeah, Amazon probably still has them. I think they're a standard thing, even though it's an older tablet. I believe they still work. There we go. I'll save this one. I'm going to send it to Jen right now. Sorry again for the silence. Oh gosh. This stream's been a bit of a train wreck, but I appreciate everybody sticking it out with me. But yeah, that's what we were saying on Jen's stream. Like, why would you hack? Who's going to hack a website that's not even doing anything? There's nothing to hack. So somebody says the Sugars contacted the food bank in the UK asking if the money that was donated to them by quote unquote mistake would be sent to Rachel. If that's true, that's like totally nuts. All right. Well, that being said, yeah, I like to do drawings. Yeah, I do like getting the feedback. If I did a stream, or not a stream, if I just did it myself. Well, the problem I have when I do it myself is I don't know when to stop. I'll just keep screwing with it, and I never finish. But I appreciate everybody for coming out. Thanks for coming to Jen's streams and sticking around for mine. I'm going to keep tweaking this and fix everything so I can. I mean, the cool thing is I can stream on my Mac now, so I can actually use the full drawing app that I'm used to. So that's cool. We'll do a little more in the future. And maybe we can play some drawing games. I'm going to mess around with that, see how that goes. And thank you to everybody that subscribed. I appreciate that. All the new people here, first timers to the channel. Cajun, glad you enjoyed your first stream. Excuse me, glad you enjoyed your first stream. I try to do these about once a week, hopefully more if this continues. They're a lot of fun, and like I was saying, they've got me back in the drawing, so I want to go back. I'm more traditionally trained, honestly. I do much better with a pen and paper, but digital is a lot more convenient as far as supplies and saving and managing things. So I do want to keep, learning. But it's fun to learn and share that on stream. But again, thank you everybody. Let's see. Yeah, I just sent Jen the drawing. She laughed. So she's working on some content too. But yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out. So I'm gonna end it there. We'll hopefully be back soon. And if you want to check out my other stuff, you can also catch these live streams on Twitch if you like Twitch. And if you're in the retro video games, I'm also on YouTube as just Dr. Bad Vibes, not Dr. Bad Vibes Speaks. You can see that link on the channel if you want to follow that. Been posting some X-Men video games. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Honk honk everybody. I'm going to go see what Jen and the kid are doing, get some dinner. Thanks for staying up, and if you're also on the East Coast, hope you've had dinner by now. If not, enjoy your dinner. Oh wait. It was my camera's at a different place. I'm all messed up. Good night, everybody.